We're at the Star Theater. I'm gonna follow this lady around all day, I reckon, about an hour. And what was your name, ma'am?
I'm Tammy Pulaski.
And she is awesome. She's a very cool decorator. Like, look at this. She did that. That is awesome. Cool. All right, I guess we'll get started then.
I've got the honor of being the executive director here at Star Theater. It's a nonprofit 501c3. Everything we do is volunteers.
That is so
very
cool.
We've got a 200-seat house theater that we operate on street level. Then, of course, just trying to raise awareness about Antoinette Hall upstairs.
That is so cool.
Our little backstory, we were actually a theater group looking for a home. We were operating out of the Reed Theater in Linville, which was a very tiny space, and we started breaking fire codes with our cast.
Oh.
And we're like, all right, we got to have a different place.
Yeah.
So a friend of ours bought this clothing store when it was going out of business and said, this might be good for you. So we're like, sure. So we went downstairs and looked, and it's a fabulous space, and we thought this will be good for us. And we were literally outside on the bed of his pickup truck getting ready to sign the lease when I looked up and I saw that mansard roof on the top of the building.
Yes, I saw that when we pulled up. I thought that was the coolest thing.
And I said, okay, so what's there? Is that another floor above this? Or is it dry? You know, we're about to put our stuff in here. And he said, I don't know. I've not been up there.
Wow.
So they didn't even know what it was?
No.
Oh,
so
wow.
We got our little board, about 5 of us, and we decided to go take a trek up. So
all right, let's do it. This is a really cool building you got. I was reading about it online. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, I love the history of our town. It's for a small town, it's really got a bunch of history.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I love about these towns. They all look almost the same, but they all have their own little differences. Yeah.
So, actually, there was an old door here, a very old door, and it had a padlock on it and a chain. And he didn't have the keys, so he just took the bolt cutters and chopped the thing off.
Right on. You got to do it somehow.
Yeah, exactly. And when we cut that bolt, get your stuff coming in.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, the old wood floors.
No, isn't it amazing? I'm going to dive in here and turn the light on, so stay put.
I'll do your thing. Dude.
So we literally walked in just like you did. And we saw this unbelievable door at the end of the hallway and thought, okay, that doesn't look like a broom closet.
No, not at all.
This might be interesting. So it was actually nailed shut, had a nail right here. And we had one flashlight, and he pried open this door.
Wow. I bet it took your breath away. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Holy crap.
Ooh.
I would have literally cried.
I did.
You did?
So, as a matter of fact, I did. I sat right down here, right where you're standing, and literally was in tears. Number one, I thought, he's going to say, forget it, I'm keeping it.
Yeah.
And then number two, you know, I think God leads you in special places. And for him to bring an arts group into this space.
Oh, wow. It's meant to be.
I get chills every time I think of it.
Like, I mean, it's just to imagine all of the things that have happened here, all the people that have been through. I'm getting chills.
I know, me too. Me too, dear.
I am in awe.
So let me flip some light around so you can, is that helping?
Absolutely,
Awesome.
yes. That's great.
All right, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is Antoinette Hall. In 1867, this entire side of the square burned down.
Wow.
In 1868, Mr. Angelo Cox was commissioned by the gentlemen in the community who were clamoring for amusements, is what it said in the newspaper. He was commissioned to do something to lift the spirits. This is after the war. It's kind of depressed times. You want, to lift your community. And he decided to build this beautiful hall as a gathering space. And he named it Antoinette Hall after his wife. It was later named the Pulaski Opera House. So, if you
that
look
is
it up,
amazing.
you might get both names. Gotcha. We want to bring it back to her birth name. It is Antoinette Hall, after all.
Yes, ma'am.
So, but do you notice anything interesting about the stage? It's kind of on a tilt.
Yeah.
It is on a tilt.
Oh, it is. It's leaning you forward.
I am not really a theater person. I've never really seen a
Wow.
The theater terminology, you have upstage, which is your elevated portion of the stage. You have downstage, which is down here.
I've always heard the terms. I
And
didn't
you
realize.
have stage right over there, and stage left, which is opposite the audience. It's the performer's stage right and stage left. So when you're on the upstage, when you're upstaging someone, you are on the elevated portion, therefore we're drawing attention to you.
Wow.
And if you'll notice, so the floor is also sloped. You can feel that as well. So
Yeah.
it's really
I thought it was
maximum.
something with settling of the building.
No, it was
It was built that way. That is really cool.
So the cables are indeed holding up the walls right now.
Okay.
So they have to stay until we can get the stabilization done. That is phase one, where they will pour concrete pillars in the basement level, all the way up and build an infrastructure in here, and then they'll be able to get those cables out of the way.
That is
I love
really.
the original electrical work. It's still,
Sure, there's that little pin and post right there, and you know that you say that.
you can see it on the other side. You can actually see the positive and negative side.
Let's see.
Correct, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is insane. I'm taking a picture of that.
So back in the day, originally, in the original write-ups about it, the base of the stage were gas globe footlights.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you saw the movie Illusionist, that scene is like this stage pretty much. But it has all these beautiful gas globes, but later on they retrofitted for electricity, so there's porcelain fixtures here now. We will be putting back the fixtures. that are
Heck
electricity
yeah.
at the base,
Bring
because
back that
that's
originality. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm in love with this place.
Yeah.
What did it look like? Was it this cleaned out, or did you guys have to do a lot of work?
When we got it, it was there. The floor was completely covered with plastic everywhere, and a lot of pieces of the ceiling had fallen, so that it was a lot of debris on the floor. Probably.
Thank goodness for the
a good couple
plastic, though.
inches. Yeah, it did. But
So yeah, it's kind of a.
what happened was,
retrofit.
if you've been on our website, Eric Pasley decided in 2015 to scout this location for a music video.
Oh,
The
okay.
song is "She Don't Love You, She's Just Lonely."
Okay. I'll have to look it up now that I've been here.
Absolutely.
Like,
Now you'll know, yeah. So
She don't
when
love
his
you, she's
people
just
came
lonely.
to scout it, they took the pictures of the cables and they're like, "Oh, well, can we just drop these for the day we shoot and then put them back up?"
you don't want to do that.
No, we can't do that.
Probably not a good idea. Y'all got to work around them.
So they said, "Well, okay. Well, can we if we send some engineers down to look at that and give us some, idea of what to do? Would that be okay?" And I said, "Well, sure, because that's free
Yeah.
for us to, get an assessment." So the engineers came down and they looked at these cables and said, "Not only can you not drop these cables, we all need to be moving with
Oh, that's not what you want to
that
hear.
our attention."
Yeah.
So immediately we started looking at, okay, what do we need to do to structurally, secure this place? The
Yeah.
first thing was put a new roof on. So we appealed to the city to help us, and after 2 years, they did.
Awesome.
And I'm just thrilled because now there's no risk of having a parking lot on the downtown square. We want we want to have a full building here, so they graciously helped us. And then in turn, by them helping, it caught the attention of the governor of Tennessee last year, and we were able to secure some state funding that actually paid off the buildings, which
That
was
is amazing.
massive, especially with COVID
Work
hitting.
forward, yeah.
Cried again, yes,
And we
I would
would've been
have.
served if we would have had building payments, so.
Absolutely. I mean, geez, that's amazing that they did
I
that.
know. So if you turn and look like back toward the door that we were coming through, right
Oh,
there.
wow.
So that is a fire door.
That is so cool.
So back in the day, I was telling you about the fire that took out the whole side of the square. If they would have had a door in the buildings that were here, that wouldn't have happened. But 1867, that happened. 1868, when this was completed, it was completed and opened on Christmas Day.
Oh, wow.
So tickets to get into this main floor on Christmas Day were 75 cents,
And I have,
$5 to sit in the balcony.
wow.
1868.
$5. That's big money back then, though.
Yes, yes. I think I paid $170 to see Bon Jovi. That was really about it. Worth it right there.
Yes. I've seen the Motley Crue twice. The
Yeah.
Poison, Kiss and Poison was my first concert when I was 10.
Oh my gosh.
My-
Mine was Styx.
Awesome.
Roboto.
Heck yeah.
So on that side, you can see it as a full horseshoe balcony.
Yeah.
It is really unique. A lot of old theaters like this on the second floor do have balconies, but not ones with full horseshoes very often. So the architecture is definitely a Victorian style.
For sure. I was actually going to say that with the picture that was online.
Yeah, so this is right out of, I mean, this is
This is a chunk of history.
And
Okay,
then the
balcony.
side closets.
Correct. You go through that little doorway and a left up onto the stairs that are kind of sketchy right now from some water damage.
A little sketch.
Yeah, and then you just turn up on the stage and you can see, and then right here there's one too.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. Okay.
Now, are we allowed to access that side of the building?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know if
absolutely.
it was sturdy and stuff. I
No,
wanted to
yeah,
make
you're
sure.
fine. And then as far as the street, now that direction is facing toward the courthouse, the
Okay.
square. And the brick that you see on the bottom, that red brick, that was all windows.
Wow.
And then up in the top, there were 3 dormer windows, but they had shingled over those years before we actually got in here. But fortunately for us, we found the actual windows in the basement.
That is cool.
So we can at least duplicate them.
So those
when
are
we do that.
original?
They are.
Oh, wow.
And
We'll take a
up in
picture of
the
those.
front, up in the front there, too.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see those.
Yeah.
That is great.
That is amazing. I love it. The originality is still here. It's just a beautiful place, man. It's got such a story to tell.
Yeah.
I guess several, since it was
Oh,
a
my
theater.
goodness. It was until the 1930s. It closed in the mid-1930s.
It stayed open for a while then. Wow.
Movie theaters started to become popular, and it kind of lost its appeal.
Well, it's
But
getting
now
it
it's
back.
that empty sense, so it's waiting and it's ready.
I can't believe this place has been vacant since the 30s.
Right.
That is amazing. Like,
So it's weird because these theaters on the second floor like this, I did some research in why did they put them upstairs? And they didn't have elevators, so you're limited your access there a little bit. But for one thing, it was horse and buggy days, so this is dirt streets,
yeah.
right? So you have dust. Where you've got women in their finery, you don't want to be dusty, so you
Yeah.
elevate everything up here.
Shake it all off before you come in.
Exactly. The ventilation was very good up on the second floor here, because you're off that street level, and then of course you see the windows in both ends, so it did have cross ventilation.
That is so cool. I'm in awe.
Isn't
Like,
that
thank you so much for
amazing?
letting us come out today.
I'm just so happy that you came.
I saw it online last night on Haunted Tennessee. Somebody had posted that y'all were doing the ghost tour and to do the raffles.
Regina gets a ton of stuff out there for us, she's
Yeah.
amazing.
And I hit her up first, and I was like, well,
And then you got Claudia, you went right down the list, man,
I-
you were on it.
well, I went to Regina, and I was like, well, we're not friends. She might not see my text immediately, and I want to try to get in tomorrow because she's starting her job Friday, so it's kind of limited time.
Oh, no, that's wonderful.
And we're actually about to go to Sloss Furnace for a day tour. We just went on Saturday
Yeah.
or Friday for a night tour. So we're getting to go back there on Friday, and I got to babysit tomorrow, so I was like, today's the day. Yeah.
Well, no, that's good, because I'm here, so.
I found your page on Facebook, and that's how I got in touch with you.
Super.
Yes.
That's no problem, yeah. Claudia monitors that pretty well for us. She's
Apparently
a
so. She's
webmaster.
very informational
She
too.
is fabulous. She's a historian, so she really gets into
She knows her
history
cookies.
and stuff,
Yeah.
so.
We were talking about her group. Her was it PFF?
No, that would be Regina.
Oh, Regina. My
Yeah.
bad.
No,
Claudia.
no,
I'm getting them
yeah.
mixed up.
Claudia's the webmaster, and Regina's the ghost hunter.
I gotcha.
She's the paranormal, Pursuit of Paranormal Facts, PPF.
Okay, I didn't know if it was PFF or
PPF.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely shot her a like, and I shot you guys a like on Facebook.
you.
But I'm gonna definitely spread the word about this place. I've already told my buddies who also do paranormal investigation, Curse
Just
Paranormal.
have them get in touch with Regina. She does all of our booking for that. And,
Cool.
handles it. It's either she or I will come down and let the group in. And
Awesome.
Just kind of run down the rules and have the releases signed and that sort of thing. But
I will definitely
it's
refer
pretty.
her.
I mean, it's sound when you're walking around.
Yeah, it's very
not creepy or
sturdy.
anything. The stage as well. There's a couple holes up there you have to watch. Those stairs up there are the only things that you just have to be careful going up them. So I don't recommend it in the dark.
Yeah, it's like don't be trying.
Don't be
Was it okay if we do a quick walk around and video? Is that cool?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Feel
So,
free.
I'm gonna
Feel
bend
free. In
down.
fact, like I said, when you get to those stairs on that side, stay in the center if you would. You'll see support boards. And then when you go up to the upstairs into the balcony area, it's uneven. The floor is a little uneven.
Okay.
So be sure you have your phone on and watch your step.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do
third
the
step
flashlight
on
now.
too- Yeah. So just
There
be
we go.
super careful. And yeah, feel free. Just go on there and
All
enjoy.
right.
Yeah, the outer room
All right, thank you so much. Yes, ma'am.